I am back, my fellow Weebians, to give you What If Deku Ate the Gum Fruit Part 1. And you guys wanted this one? No, you guys didn't want this one. You want 100% one. Yo, my bad, guys. But I wrote a whole script for this one. And, I was like, you know what? This is going to be my favorite one because I wrote the script and I really like the script I wrote for this one. It's going to be pretty good, guys. This one's probably going to go up to an hour or guys, hear me out. Probably up to the entrance exams like I always do it. And this one's gonna be One Piece themed, of course, because come on, gum fruit. Ooh, the gum fruit, bro. I love One Piece, bro. Look, bro, let me tell you something I dick ride. Yo, why do you say it like that? But this is the animes I dick ride. It goes One Piece, Big Daddy Naruto, Kakarot, Attack on Titan, and Sword Art Online's like all in 100 place, but like there's multiple. Let's say Dr. Stone. I'm sorry, guys. If we're doing top fives, One Piece goes first, but Dr. Stone isn't in my top 5. I know, like what? Yeah, he makes science look badass. Like, come on, who could do that? Who could make science look badass? My dude Senku could. So like, it's all fun, bro. I love Dr. Stone. I hope people can make a better fan base because the fan base over there is so tight. Like, no cap. I really like the fan base in Dr. Stone. Like, I wish I was a part of it, but I'm not because I'd be dick riding One Piece like it's fucking forever. I need to stop that. But yeah, let's begin. So we start off where, my bad, I hit my mic. We start off where Izuku is born, and when Izuku was born, his dad Hisashi was there, and Inko sees her beautiful green broccoli boy on her. She is like, "Oh, my baby Izuku, I love you so much. You're so cute." And Izuku's like, "Goo goo gaga." Hisashi's like, Hisashi in his head, so he's gonna have the will of D. Hisashi's thinking, I have an illness, but I have to tell Inko about it. It's a very strong illness. I wonder how she will react. Hope she's not mad anyway. Hisashi still didn't tell his beautiful wife Inko that he has a illness that will kill him in 3 years. No, 3 years and a half, like 4 years. So we time skip to Hisashi in his deathbed. Hisashi is in his bed, dying, and his wife, or in the hospital, and he's dying. Inko stays there for a whole time. We see a 3-year-old Izuku still in like a car seat, but up car seat, just getting rocking back. And Izuku can walk, but he likes sitting down a lot in this. So we see Hisashi gonna pass away, and don't worry, Inko's not gonna be working like 9 to 5 jobs like in other What Ifs. Like, damn, I feel bad for Inko. Like, they have to lay off Inko, bro. They just do her dirty in every What Ifs. But don't worry, Inko, as Sashi says, don't worry, when I die, you'll take my inheritance, and you can live comfortably. And Inko's like, I don't care about that, Sashi. I care about you. I don't want you to leave me. I understand. It's gonna be hard taking care of a kid by yourself. And for some reason, not even for some reason, reluctantly, Inko took offense to that. She's like, no, I don't care. I could take care of Izuku all by myself. But I want you to be there. I want him to have a father. Hisashi starts crying. Yeah, I want that too. And so Hisashi looks at Inko. He gives her a note and a chest and also a book. He's like, give this to Izuku after he figure out what his quirk is. And when he learns his quirk, and she's like, do you want any seat? And Hisashi's like, no, this is only for Izuku. Okay. Hisashi is about to die or fall asleep and pass away. He's thinking, Izuku, I know you're to be born quirkless. You have my genes and the will of D. You are Izuku D Monkey, or Monkey D Izuku. He's thinking. And we see Hisashi die, and Inko is devastated. Also, little Izuku. You see his pop pass away, and that's pretty sad. Traumatizing for a kid his age, I guess. So we give a time skip where Izuku is 4 years old. We see Izuku jumping in his mom's bed, and don't worry, guys, Inko's still the same body she was in the beginning. You know what I mean? But we see Izuku talk to his mother about the quirk doctor. Let's go right now. And Inko wakes up like, yes, Izuku, let me just put on my clothes, with a smile on her face. Izuku's like, okay, mommy. He goes to the living room and puts on his shoes. We see Inko be ready. We see Inko finish being ready, and then we see her walk with Izuku out of the front door. They live in a house, don't worry, guys, because Hisashi had them big bucks, you know what I mean? So we see Izuku jump in the car and put on the car seat, and Inko drives to the doctor's. It is a good doctor place. They have their own private doctor, so none of that bullshit ass dude. You know, that fake ass doctor no one likes. So we see Izuku in this new doctor. I'm gonna call this doctor Dr. Ken. Dr. Ken walks in. He's like, Izuku. So is this time for your not checkup? This is your quirk analysis test, or let's see what quirk you're gonna receive, kiddo. And Inko's like, yes, it's his time. And Izuku's like, yeah, I can't wait to see what quirk I have. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be just like All Might. See, All Might filled the void that was Hisashi couldn't fill. So we see the doctor take Izuku into a place and do checks on Izuku's body. Sees his toes. Looks like he does not have a quirk. Ken is how should I say, not surprised. He's surprised, but he's saddened by what he saw. The kid doesn't have a quirk, and he wants to be just like, oh my, I don't want to break this kid's dreams, but I have to. So they sit Izuku back down, and Inko's like, so what quirk do you think he has? The guy's like, I'm sorry to say, Mrs. Midoriya, but a little Izuku does not possess a quirk. This shatters Izuku. I don't have a quirk? And Ken's like, don't worry, kid. Don't worry. It's alright. You can get a job. You can be a hero, too. As a cop. And you'll give him the whole All Might speech. But way nicer, of course, because Izuku's like 4 years old. You don't want to really crush my dude's dreams, you know? But yeah, he gives him all the way down. But Izuku does not want to hear it. He's like, no, I'm gonna be a hero. And Inko was like, Izuku, that's not possible. No, I want to be a hero, just like All Might. But All Might has a quirk, Inko says to Izuku. And Izuku's like, All Might does have a quirk. Breaks Izuku's heart more and shatters. We see Inko says thank you to the doctor and now leaves. The doctor's like, I should have worded it way better than what I did. Feel so bad for the dang kid. Next time he comes here, I'm gonna give him a lollipop, even though it's not gonna cheer him up. Ken says. We see Izuku get in the car. He's sniffing and crying. He's looking down, and we see Inko. Oh, the letter from his father. Well, yeah. We see Izuku go back home, and we see Inko goes to her closet and grabs the chest, the book, and the letter. We see Inko go to Izuku's room. We see Izuku cuddled, how should I say? He is he's in the fetal position, I guess. Yeah, the fetal position, and he is crying in the corner. We see Inko come towards Izuku and tell him about, this is from your father, Izuku. And Zuko's like, he tells me if you figure out what your quirk is, or if you're born quirkless, he wanted me to give this to you. Inko was stuttering from her words, still saddened by her little boy not having a quirk. We see her leave to give Izuku privacy. We see Izuku gets up and goes to his desk. We see Izuku grabs the note and rips it open. Deku, if you're reading this, you are quirkless, and I'm sorry for that. You can hate me because I was once quirkless, so my genes went to you, but don't lose hope. In the chest I gave to you, there's a power that would rival All Might in any way. It's called the Gum Gum Fruit. One of your ancestors held this fruit, and he became the king of the pirates. The Pirate King in his era. His name is Monkey D. Luffy. Yes. Your real last name is Monkey, not Midoriya. And your middle name is D. So, I hope this can cheer you up, even though I can't see your face when you smile looking at this fruit. But there's also weaknesses to this fruit. We will not be able to swim. It's a curse, but also a blessing. So would you take it? And Izuku cries and thanks. Thank you, Father. Thank you. He grabs the fruit and eat it while crying. Even though it's disgusting, he keeps biting it to the last bite because he doesn't know if you only bite it one time. So he bites the whole thing and eats it. And the note continues. This power will give you this power will make you stretch and you'll be a rubber man. As he was like, this is kind of fucking weak. I'm playing now. But he's like, this sounds pretty not strong at all, mate. And he keeps continuing. This will make you will make physical attacks not injure you or any sharp object. So you're invincible in a way. Izuku smiles. So this is what you meant. Love your father, Hisashi. And that's what it says in the end. Thank you, Dad. Izuku smiles once more and looks in the sky. Thank you for this wonderful power. I will never forget it. Thank you, Dad. So, it's time for a time skip. Yeah, boy. You like that part? Like, that was how should I say? That was the birth arc. When he was born and finally learned his quirk. So, let's get to the time skip arc. So in the time skip, Deku made techniques about how using his powers. The regular lowdown on Luffy's powers. He got the Gum Gum pistol, the Gum Gum rifle, and the Gum Gum bazooka. He also can blow up his body into a bubble and push out attacks, like regular. Make regular punches, but be very strong. Because this was also a gene from Hisashi. Hisashi was a very strong person, and he also had a devil fruit. But his devil fruit was, how should I say? The Pika Pika no Mi. Yeah, he had the light fruit. My boy was ballin' back then. And the book, Izuku decided not to read it till after middle school. Because it says techniques that his body would not take. He was still a child, so those techniques that his body could not do yet. So he still waits till it happens. So we see Izuku get ready for school. He looks at his mom and he's talking to his mom and stuff like that about how he finally got a quirk and stuff like that. Or yeah, he had a quirk and he told his mom about his dad and their past. Inko was happy that her baby boy can have a quirk, and Hisashi gave him his last present. Basically, in her eyes, is a quirk. So she like double missing Hisashi after that. But like, come on, Big Daddy Hisashi, bro. Like the love of her life just up and died, and it's like even if I'm dead, nigga, I'll still watch. I'll still watch over you, Izuku. My bad, guys. I can't believe I said the N word. Wait, I'm black. I'm Haitian. I'm black. Black American. Wait. Enough of that. I'm getting into too much in the topic. Yeah, but we see Izuku talking about his mom, talking about all that. She was surprised, but still, the love of her life actually gave something even in death. Whew. So we see Izuku leave his home. His mom gives him a kiss. They walk out. We see Bakugo. They're okay friends, but Bakugo thinks Izuku looks down on him, even though he thinks his quirk is pretty ass. But Izuku always challenged Bakugo because Izuku doesn't challenge Bakugo. Bakugo challenged him into fights, but Izuku always wins. So that gives Bakugo, how should I say, inferiority complex that he cannot handle. It's sad in a way, but hey, it's Bakugo. No one likes you. I'm like, it's messed up. So we see Izuku walk with Bakugo, and Bakugo's talking about how his quirk is better than his, and Izuku's like, yeah, your quirk is so great. You're basically a walking terrorist, Izuku says, and he's like, what did you say to me, you damn nerd? And Izuku's like, do you really want me to repeat that, Bakugo? And Bakugo's like, never mind. You're still weak with your rubber ass quirk. Fucking walking condom, Bakugo says. And Izuku's like, what did you say to me? And Bakugo's like, yeah, you heard me. You know, they're bumping heads and stuff like that. You know, regular friendship. The greatest friendship. Baku and Izuku. Just like in canon, they're the greatest best friends. So we see Izuku and Bakugo walk into class, and they finally bring up the topic about how should I say, hero positions and stuff like that. Like the teacher walks in, he's like, what job you want? And I already know you want to be heroes. Throws the papers in the air. He's like, I all know you guys want to be in a hero course because you keep talking about it. And they're like, yeah, hell yeah. Bakugo does his little lines of, oh teach, you're really telling these D-listers that they're gonna be heroes. They're lucky to be even sidekicks to a bunch of F-listers, F-listers or some bullshit like that. People who's trash. That's what he's just trying to say. Yeah, so he goes like, calm down, Bakugo. You don't know the potential of their quirks. And Bakugo's like, shut up, Izuku. We're not talking. You be quiet. You know what I mean? And Bakugo's Goonies, yeah, his goons comes up. It's like, yeah, Izuku, you're garbage. It's like, yeah, you're rubber. Like Bakugo said, a walking condom. Ha ha ha. Izuku's like, yo, Bakugo, if your goons don't be quiet, they're gonna be walking out here. Oh, my bad. I said walking. I mean, they're gonna be rolling out here in body bags. Bakugo's like, yeah, guys, calm down. Izuku, you're talking all that smack. Let's see if you could back it up. Izuku's like, oh, I can gladly back it up. We see Izuku tell Bakugo, let's go outside. I challenge you to the duel. Izuku says, and Bakugo's like, I was about to say it. The same thing, Izuku. We see Izuku and Bakugo walk outside. So, do you want it the easy way or the hard way? Bakugo says. And Izuku's like, you mean I'm going to be asking that question? Because even if it's easy, I'll still whoop your ass. Even if it's hard, I'll still whoop your ass. Even if it's in veteran mode Call of Duty version, I'll still whoop your ass, Bakugo. And Bakugo's like, what did you say? You damn nerd. And Izuku smiles. Don't worry, Bakugo. Get ready for this astonishing ass whooping. Bakugo. Let's do this. Time for the fight, guys. Bakugo creates an explosion that propels him towards Izuku. Deku dodges it, and now he's in midair. Izuku's looking at Bakugo. Huh. So, what technique should I use on Bakugo? Nothing too hard, but how should I do it? Yes. Izuku throws his hands back. Gum gum! Pistol! He throws his hands and goes straight towards Bakugo. It hits Bakugo and connects. Bakugo flies back, but it's still not enough to put Bakugo down. So Izuku's like, fine. Then Izuku stretch his legs to make springs. He's now bouncing around the whole school field. Bakugo cannot see him. And Izuku bounce and he goes straight towards Bakugo. Bakugo does not look and he sees Izuku. Bakugo tries to dodge and makes an explosion. He makes a little Hauser impact in his hand and explodes. The school allows this because it makes great TV, or it makes a great how should I say, entertainment for the principal. I know the principal's on some X Games mode. We're seeing that Izuku gets hit and he flies back. He takes a little damage. But Izuku's like, so you blocked my technique, huh? That's good, Bakugo. But take this. Izuku does the thing. He makes springs again on his feet, but he condenses it more. Bakugo's like, that technique's not gonna work on me. Izuku looks at Bakugo. This is the same technique, but stronger. He's like, what do you? Izuku finally releases springs in an instant. You can't even make it out what Izuku just did. Isn't a blink of an eye. Izuku's right in front of Bakugo. Izuku punches Bakugo in the face, and Bakugo is dazed by the attack. Izuku makes this technique. Gum gum. Bazooka! He threw back his hands and it went towards Bakugo. He makes both his hands open and it hits Bakugo in the chest. Bakugo flies back and now he's in the rubble. Oh, my bad. The rubble. We see Bakugo knocked out. We see Izuku like, so another win for me. Bakugo, you're still losing. Bakugo, his mouth is open, his eyes are rolled back. Next time, try to beat me. Fair and square. He noticed, well, Izuku said fair and square because Bakugo used a cheat move. What are you asking? What do you mean cheat move? Chosen? Bakugo created, how should I say, this spark around class. This is a new technique Bakugo created. You know the Hauser impact? Yeah. What I meant by that is Bakugo made a little Hauser impact, but the Hauser impact was actually in the ground. He sweated so much nitroglycerin that night, and he put it under the ground. So when he made that explosion, it looks like he made a Hauser impact out of his hands, but no, the explosion just connected to the floor. So, yeah. Bakugo buried nitroglycerin and detonated in front of Izuku. So Bakugo did cheated. Izuku picked up on that, so he used his special new technique, Super Spring Attack. I created myself. I'm playing stuff. He basically Bellamiered his ass. So, yeah. After Izuku does that, he walks and he leaves. We see Izuku walks under a tunnel. He gets attacked by a sludge villain. Izuku does his ordinary attack. He actually does a new attack that he created. He throws his hands back and we see him. Gum gum rifle. This attack was so strong that it made a little gust of wind and blew off the sludge villain. The sludge villain wanted his body, and Izuku's like, fuck that, and does his rifle. We see All Might be amazed by this such attack, and he gives Izuku an autograph and dips. So, yeah, let's do the time skip. Izuku is in hey, how should I say? He's in the beach, but it was cleaned up by All Might a long time ago. But it was cleaned up by All Might and this kid named Mirio. Izuku noticed. So when Izuku was there, it was all cleaned up and he was getting ready for training. He finally brought up the book. Izuku read there was 2 techniques that he was gonna learn. So these techniques were pretty strong to master, Izuku thought. So he took his time, and after he did, how should I say, it was 11 months. or 10 months training, 11 months training. We see Izuku in 5 months perfected one and perfected the other one, but that perfecting one took 5 months to do. The other one took another 5 months. Those two attacks took a lot out of Izuku. So Izuku had 1 month to do, and when he did with that month was pretty badass. Basically, he actually was scrolling through the book that his father gave him, and he noticed this one word, or not these multiple words called hockey. Izuku was reading it down the list, and it's talking about observation hockey, armament hockey, and the most rarest of all hockeys, Conqueror's hockey. Izuku is reading down this list, and he's like, "Wow, I'm not gonna do all this in just a month. This might just take years to accomplish." But I won't stray for this path. So, what's the first one should I learn? Maybe armament. It does make my attacks more stronger, and it does work on people that have the same power as me. But I don't know if people can, if this lost power or these devil fruits are still alive and welcome today. I thought mine was only one. He thought, well, I guess. Izuku breathes in and he breathes out. This is good enough, I guess. So we see Izuku. Ooh, my bad, guys. I spaced out a little. We see Izuku finish up his training. So the month he had was to do the armament hockey, but he couldn't master it yet. Like, not even master it. Like, he still couldn't even do it yet. But he did have a breakthrough. He had just a shriver of his pinky do armament hockey, and he had a hell of a time doing it. He when he accomplished that, he was so happy. But enough of that, guys. Let's get to the new arc, the UA entrance exam arc. We see Izuku walking towards the entrance exams with Bakugo, and Bakugo says, "So Izuku, I heard you learned two new techniques. I learned how to use my quirk around my body. It's totally gonna blow yours out of the park." Izuku's like, "If you think so, Bakugo, but I think my quirk is god tier, basically." He's trying to hype himself up. And Bakugo's like, yeah, like you said, Izuku, great quirk, blah blah blah. And Bakugo just keeps talking. Izuku's like, "You're just jealous, Bakugo. Jealous of your quirk? Please, my explosion is flashy and get all." And Bakugo's like, "Get all the attention." Izuku's like, "Do you only want attention? What's your real what do you really want, Bakugo?" And Bakugo's like, "What I really want? Well, I really want..." Bakugo thought again. "I want to be the #1 hero." And Izuku's like, "Huh? So that's your dream? Don't worry, Bakugo. Your dream would come true. Come true in a different way." And Bakugo's like, "What do you mean by that? When I die after I become #1 hero?" And Bakugo's like, "Well, what do you mean by that, Deku?" And he was like, "Nothing, Bakugo." They finally make it to the gates of UA. We see Izuku and Bakugo walk in. "So, this is the place, huh?" Bakugo's like, "Yeah, this is where the #1 hero was trained to become the best hero in existence," Bakugo says. So we see Izuku and Deku get in. They do the writing portion of the exams. Izuku aces, of course. Bakugo aces again, because for some reason, for a dude that only talks shit, he is pretty smart. So we see Izuku now sitting sitting next to Bakugo, and they're talking about how things are gonna be and what and how things are gonna work. We see President Mike. Izuku kind of freaks out a little looking at President Mike, and we see the Sonic the Hedgehog ripoff look at Izuku, and he's like, "Don't talk when President Mike is talking, boy." I'm playing. He say like that, but he's like, "You be quiet." I don't want to hear your voice. And President Mike, before you can say President Mike, he's like, who are you telling to be quiet? We see Bakugo say, who are you telling to be quiet? Sonic the Hedgehog. Zuko was gonna talk and try to defend himself, but Bakugo did first. It looks like Bakugo had major respect for Izuku, so he talked for Izuku. Hey, don't talk to my acquaintance like that. He didn't want to say friends, but he's like acquaintance, friends like that. And Izuku's like, oh my god, Bakugo, oh, I'm really touched. And Izuku's like, or Bakugo's like, be quiet, Deku. Don't talk to him like that, or I can rip you a new one. Sonic. He's like, what do you mean by Sonic? I can tell you I have engines in your legs. You must be Ingenium's kid. You must be Ingenium's little brother. It's sad because I'm about to rip them exhaust pipes off your legs. And he's like, oh. And he scoffs and sits down. Continue, President Mike. He's not gonna be a bother when I'm here. And we see this, we're like, damn, Bakugo taking up President Mike's time and my time, of course. But your speech was so, how should I say, heartwarming, Bakugo. And Bakugo's like, be quiet, Izuku. Should I make this hour video? No, I should make it 30 minutes. But who cares? No, 35 minutes probably. But enough of that. They get their cards, and Izuku goes in City B, while Bakugo was in City A. Ida, City B. Random girl. This is gonna be the ship. I'm saying random girl because you guys have to answer the ship. Random girl 1 is also B. So we see Izuku, and we see Izuku in the 1B, or my bad, City B, waiting. He's looking out and he's spacing on. He see President Mike finally get to the podium, or the big podium on the, how should I say, outside, and he was talking about how this is gonna work. And he's like, "Are you ready?" And we see Izuku already dashed off. Ida's giving him that look, like, this hooligan! How dare he? How dare he? How should I say? Blow past me and break the rules. And everyone was stunned by Izuku. And he's like, President Mike's like, you think a hero just wait for someone to say go? Go on already! Come on! And all of them starts running. We see Izuku racking up points, breaking machines left and right, destroying them. Izuku, he being a baller, really. A god tier person, bro. Like, he demolishing them with the Gum Gum pistol, Gum Gum gatlet, Gum Gum bazooka, hitting the spots and everything. And he's destroying all that. He racks up 100 points, and we see the principal and the teachers in the auditorium looking at Izuku. This kid, he really is special. Nezu said. We see Aizawa. He's like, yes, this kid, he has various techniques he worked on. I would like him in my class. And Endeavor's like, this kid, he's nothing compared to my Shoto. Just gassing up his kid, stuff like that. We see Midnight. Ooh, this kid, he's very pleasant to look at. We see Aizawa like, stop it. Stop it, Midnight. That's a child. We see Miss Joke like, oh yeah, Miss Joke is in this. Okay, guys, she works here now. Miss Joke's like, yeah, you should stop. You don't really want that, how should I say, case. And we see Aizawa like, why do you keep doing this? And we see Miss Joke like, oh, you love when I make jokes, says Bondo. And Aizawa was like, stop it. We see him have a blush on his face. So yeah, and there's like, he has 100 points. I was like, what? 100 points? He beats All Might. Yeah. Nezu's like astounded. He's like, so I should really test out this kid. He presses a button, and the 0 pointer comes out. We see Izuku looks at it, and He's like, this is just a waste of my time. As he's thinking, this is a 0 pointer. It's gonna give me 0 points, and I already got enough points to make me succeed to 1A. So this is not enough for me. And I'm pretty sure I beat Bakugo by his points. I'm gonna estimate that he at least got 80 or 85 points. I got 90, or I got 100. As he says, and now he starts running off. We see a girl scream, "Help me! Help me!" As he looks back, as he's like, what the hell? Deku gets into position. He puts his fist on the ground and smoke started to rise off of his body. His body became pink. Second gear!